welcome back to another episode of
My Waifu
and Me. And on today's episode, we are hitting you with a massive, fantastic, amazing, outrageous, incredible manga haul for the month of September 2021. We picked up a lot of new manga volumes, so we want to show you guys everything that we picked up. So we're going to get right into this and show you all the manga we picked up in this month of September. Waifu, I'm going to start it out, not you.
Yes. No. That is what we agreed upon prior to the video.
Yep, checks the notes, and yeah, everything is looking together. Okay, so the first manga I want to show you is actually something we picked up right at the beginning of this last month, and that is because we took advantage of the, I believe it was Labor Day sale at our local movie trading company, right? It was Labor Day?
Yeah.
Okay, it was Labor Day.
Yeah.
So I was able to get 4 of the Death Note Black editions. Yes, so 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the Death Note Black editions. So I'll show you guys some of the covers there. These are great. I really like the look and feel of these. As you can see there, they go for about $14.99, but they were on a buy two get one free for the Labor Day sale at our local movie trading company. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get volumes 1 and 2. They were sold out everywhere in our state, so I weren't able to get those yet, but I'm going to pick those up as soon as I can. I think that, you know, I'll get them. They're not that hard to get. But I was able to get the last 4, and like I said, essentially one of these was free. I think I picked these up in tandem with some other $10 volumes, so I guess I kind of got those for free. But for the most part, we used all of these were purchased within the buy two get one free deal, which is always a nice help with movie trading company. But if you don't know what Death Note is, it's an anime manga classic, and we were happy to finally pick up the Black editions. We only have a couple of the single volumes, and I've been thinking about selling the few that we have and just buying the box set so I could have the singles and the Black editions of this series, because we are both big Oba and Obata fans, and I wanted to grab these. So these were my early beginning of last month pickups. So yes, 4 of the Death Note Black editions.
Alright, for me, my first one, well, I don't know if they were chronologically first, but I got 2, 3, and 4 of Ouran High School Host Club. And guys, the tragic thing about
these were tragic,
is that we had seen volume 1 in Barnes, I believe, not too long ago. I was like, oh, should I pick it up? And Jerry's like, are you sure? He made me second guess myself.
I don't know. I was okay, you get my mindset here, right? A lot of Viz properties have been reprinting volume 1 and not all of the volumes that would follow. So when we saw volume 1, I knew it was like 18, 19, however many volumes are in this series. And I thought, if you're going to pick up volume 1, it's going to be tough to get the rest. If they reprint more, we can get 1 and we'll get all of them, okay?
Yeah.
So I said, let's pass on 1 right now. So then we saw them reprint 2, 3, and 4.
We saw them reprinting them, and then 1 you couldn't find.
Yeah, we can't find it anymore.
It was the classic Schrodinger's manga. You think you're gonna find it, and then it's not there.
Yes.
But anyway, I will probably yo-ho-ho the first volume just so I can start reading it and just continue on from there. I think the box set has been sold out too, so that really wasn't an option either.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. You know, I watched a little bit of the anime back in the day, but I never finished it, and then I never read it. But it's one of those classic shoujo series that I really would love to give it a try and see what I missed out on, you know, like 10 to 15 years ago when I was in middle school.
Okay, the next series that we picked up, I'm going to show you, is a restocking series. Hopefully, those of you out there that have heard of it are going to be able to get your hands on it as well, because most of the volumes are starting to restock. You may have seen in some of our previous videos that we actually picked up volumes 1 and volume 3 of this series, so we picked up 3 more volumes of it. So here we have volumes 4, 5, and 6 of Goodnight Poon Poon by Inio Asano. So we're almost done with this set now, and we're just missing volumes 2 and 7 to have the complete set. And so we actually have not started reading it yet, because obviously we don't have volume 2, so we wanted to kind of wait. But we do have volume 1, but we ordered volume 2. It'll be most likely in our next month's haul, and not, you know, so it's actually going to come in our next month's haul. Yeah. But we haven't seen volume 7 restock, but hopefully no one overspent on this series. It was getting scalped pretty hard a while back, and hopefully no one overspent, because Viz has done what they needed to do and have been reprinting it. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool because it actually forms the character on the side of the spines there. But we're excited to get into it. We heard it's super depressing. We heard it's a little bit aggressive, but I love Inio Asano's works, especially some of his other works. and I'm excited to see what, like Solanin and Downfall are two that I've read that I really enjoyed. So I'm excited to try one of his longer form stories. I did read the first volume of Dead Demons. So Pun, here we come. I think it's finally time to start this. Once we get in volume 2, we can read most of the series. So we're going to go from there, and hopefully 7 restocks before the end of next month.
Fingers crossed. Speaking of restocks, we got some Inuyasha. So we got 1 and 2 of Inuyasha, the Viz Big editions. I've never read or watched Inuyasha. So it's something that I don't know how that happened because, back in the day I did read Ranma 1/2. And of course now I've been reading Maison Ikoku and Mermaid Saga. And I definitely love Takahashi as an author. So yeah, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how I missed out on Inuyasha, but dang, I'm excited to get into this. And I was waiting for volume 1 to restock, and then it did. So I'm really happy about that. And we have a couple other volumes on the way, so we can continue to build our collection. I think there's 18 of these in total. The last one is like 2 of these combined.
Yeah,
like
it's thick.
that.
It's a
thick boy.
I think it's a 4-in-1 technically is what it is.
Yeah, four volumes in one. So definitely excited to start this series.
Okay, so the next one is also something we're waiting to restock. We decided to pick up a couple of these, and it's purely off like what people have said about this series, because we just know that it's very, very well loved, is all I'll say. It's very, very well loved. So, we picked up, also in the Viz Big editions, Vagabond 1, 2, and 3. And yes, this is an exciting series to start. Vagabond 1, Vagabond 2, and Vagabond 3 here. And yeah, these are hyped up by everyone. This is a series that gets a lot of hype. It's usually in people's top 10, manga of all time. It's considered maybe one of the best mangas of all time. One of the greatest samurai stories ever told. And we're excited to finally give it a shot ourselves. So we decided to just go with 3 to start, and we'll go from there. I do know a lot of the others are restocking as well right now. Hopefully those of you that want to get a hold of this series in the Viz Big versions, you're able to do so, because like I said, a lot of these are restocking. So keep your eyes peeled. We're excited because we were kind of just waiting for 1 to restock is what was mainly holding us back. And now that 1 is restocked, we're able to grab it, and I went ahead and grabbed 2 and 3 as a just in case measure. Again, never read it before, so this will be a first time for us. So I'm excited to have 1, 2, and 3 of this.
So Jerry mentioned that there was a really great Labor Day sale at Movie Trading Company / Vintage Stock. They're basically the same store. Different names, different places. And I went all in on Komi Can't Communicate. The anime is coming out really soon.
Yeah,
so I'm super excited about that. I have read through volume 5 so far. But yes, I'm very excited, but it was sad because I could not find 6 anywhere. There was nothing in the state of Texas.
It's gone.
Selling 6. It's gone everywhere. It's gone from Moving Trading Company. It's gone from Barnes. So yeah, our friend Tibby from Uncensored Anime Podcast let me borrow 6 so I can read it. But yeah, let's take a look at these covers. We have 4, 5. We got Komi in a cute little maid cafe outfit. Volume 7, 8. Ignore the price tag. Also, these were buy 2 get 1 free. If that wasn't clear earlier. Volume 9. Volume 10, it looks like she befriends a gal there.
Yeah.
Volume 11, Komi going camping. Volume 12, Komi at the beach. Volume 13, Komi at home, I guess. And then volume 14, Komi with her friends.
Yay.
So, yep, it's so great. Definitely one of my favorite new series from this last year that I've started reading. I definitely relate to Komi a lot because I had a lot of issues with social interaction when I was younger, mainly in middle school. Imagine that. But yeah, so glad that I just went all in with Komi. Volume 6, I'm coming for you.
I will find you.
Okay, so next, I want to show you guys some of the magazines that I picked up this month. The first one is a Shonen Jump issue that I picked up from Kinokuniya, and this is issue number 40 for the year of 2021. But the reason why I picked this one up, I'm sure you can tell, is because One Piece is front and center on the cover. If you've watched any of our other videos, I try when I can to pick up the One Piece covers for Shonen Jump when they are coming out, because we do have them. They sell them in our local Kinokuniya, but usually the One Piece covers sell out the fastest, so they're usually pretty hard to grab. One specifically that I missed this year, I was really bummed about. It's Luffy wearing the NASA jacket. Maybe Waifu can put it on screen to show you guys, but Luffy wearing the NASA jacket, that one was such a cool cover. I missed that one. And obviously the year started out with a two-sider cover that was to celebrate Chapter 1000's release, and I don't have that one either. It's actually getting scalped pretty hard now, but that was before I actually even knew that Kinokuniya sold these, so I had no idea they would have had it down the street from me, which is unfortunate. But yes, volume 40 of the Shonen Jump edition. And in addition to that, I also picked up, this is the, I believe it's Young Animal is the name of the magazine, and this is the magazine issue that actually includes the final chapter of Kentaro Miura's Berserk. Well, final chapter for now, final chapter that was written by Miura himself. And it's got a really sweet cover, and the chapters included within here, obviously. Both this and the Shonen Jump are in Japanese. They're not in English, but they do sell them at our local Kinokuniya, which sells a lot of books from Japan directly, and it's really great. This actually comes with two things in here. You can see, I'll show you those really quick, because I do have an open copy as well. So one of the internal books looks like this, the Messages to Kentaro Miura small book. It's just like a small little additional insert. There's a lot of really cool stuff inside of this thing. You can see in there. Messages from other authors, other people in his life. The other insert is actually a poster. I'm not going to fold it all the way out, but you can kind of see one side is like sort of manga panels. One is Guts fighting over here, but pretty sweet to have those little extras that come along with it if you're willing to open or unwrap yours. I'm keeping one of mine sealed. We only opened one up because our cat bit into it, literally, and bit right into it. So we went back and grabbed a second one to keep sealed, and the one that was bit open, we're going to hang the poster, hopefully, and kind of have the little extra book included with it as well.
I felt so bad. Jerry was like away, and she bit into it. I didn't even realize she was doing it. And
you can see it right there, some of the cat bite marks in the top corner there.
Right there.
So
and I texted him, I was like, Jerry, I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I replaced it. We went to Kinokuniya a couple
There's
days
some
after.
interior artwork from the actual magazine if you decide to open it up.
That's
really
nice.
Great to have just as a small tribute to Miura, and both of us being fans of Berserk so far, what we've read, had to have it. So, yep.
Yeah, for sure. Next up is Go With the Clouds, North by Northwest, Volume 2. And Volume 3. So that's just me continuing this series, and it's a little bit of a weird one. It's a little strange, but you know, I think the...
And you've read these two?
I have read these two also. Yeah. That's why I say that. It's a little... I don't know, because I read this and I also read his other series, the first volume of his other series, Ran in the Grey World. And while Aki Airi is a really amazing artist, I feel like maybe his storytelling isn't as strong.
Yeah.
It's a little all over the place, but visually at least. I mean, and these volumes are gorgeous. They kind of have almost like this grainy feel where it's matte, but it's almost like a... I don't know. If you see one in store, go pick it up and feel it and see what I mean, because it's kind of satisfying. I don't know why. But anyway...
And for those who don't know, it is like a mystery thriller.
Yeah,
sort of series,
it's kind
right?
of it's kind of a mystery, but it also is very much like a love letter to Iceland as a country, because this kid is like he's half Japanese maybe, and he lives there with his grandpa. So it's definitely interesting. It's an interesting one. So there's that.
Sweet. Next, I'm just going to do a single volume that I picked up, and that is Land of the Lustrous, Volume 5. I do have the first 4 volumes of this. I've only read Volume 1. It is a really sweet series. I do know that it gets pretty intense after Volume 4. I picked up Volume 5 just because there was a good deal going on. I believe it was 20% off at Kino. So I just went ahead and grabbed one more volume to have an even 5 at this point. I like Volume 1 a lot. It's a story of sort of living gems with purpose, trying to find their purpose in the world. And I'm excited to eventually get into more of this. Was a little bummed the spine on this one is like printed a little weird. Seems to be happening a lot with Kodansha reprints lately, is that the spines are like off-center, which... I'm not sure what's going on with that or why that's the case, but really cool, really excited to eventually get to this one. But yeah, Gym World, you know, cool gyms and stuff, living gym. Steven Universe. Yeah, Steven Universe.
So I'm now just realizing that 4 and 5 of Go With the Clouds are in this pile, and I accidentally split them up. But Yeah, so these are the two I have not read so far. I think this might be my favorite cover. That's really pretty.
And 5 is the conclusion of the series,
I
right?
believe it is. I mean, look how thick it is.
Yeah,
it's
I think
pretty,
it is.
like, in comparison, it's pretty big. So I'm pretty sure it's the conclusion.
Yeah.
It doesn't say so. I mean, the back has, like, the Icelandic words for different things that pop up in the story. So, yeah, it's not clear. Again, it's a bit of an odd manga.
Mm-hmm.
Not traditional, I would say.
Yeah. Okay, so this next pickup, I finally read volume 1 of this series, and I had picked it up, must have been months ago.
It was months ago.
Picked up volume 1 months ago because I saw the cover in a store, they had the whole set, and I was like, I'm going to just buy volume 1 and give it a shot. I never went back to that store to buy more. I also never read the volume 1. But now, I did read the volume 1 because I was bored one night. And I was like, oh my god, I've got to find more of this. And luckily, one of our local half-price books had 3 more volumes, each for half off the cover price. So I went ahead and grabbed 2, 3, and 4 of this series, which is titled Colosseum. And yes, that is Axe Bowgun, legendary defender of America. I hope all of you know Mr. Axe and his good friend Rasputin down there in the corner. This is obviously Bruce Lee and his good friend Billy Quintone, the leader of America, president of America, Billy Quintone. Yes, and on the cover of volume 6, you've got some really great action poses there. But this is a wacky, ridiculous, over-the-top kung fu, what do you call it? Action, fist-fighting type of series. It's I guess it's like in the future, but Russia has developed these weapons that force people, they're like invincible to all guns and stuff, so they have to fight with their hands, and there are these amazing fighters. America has turned theirs in, their like super weapon is this Hulk Hogan look-alike. It's really weird, and the reason why I love the first volume is that the art, action, and the actual like martial arts in the series, pretty freaking fire. So if you're into martial arts and like zany, over-the-top, kind of real-world politics, this is a really fun series. There's a lot of characters from history that pop up, and I'm sure there's more that will pop up. I believe it's only 6 volumes, so I'm just missing volume 5 and 6 now to complete the set, and I'm sure once I read 2, 3, and 4, I'll have to hunt down 5 and 6.
Okay, next up is Blade of the Immortal Omnibus 1.
Surprise!
I went ahead and did the paperback versions instead of the hardcover editions because I just really love the spines on these editions. So I only picked up the first one. I'm going to read it before I get any more because they are a little bit more on the pricey side. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely really excited to read it. We did watch 2 episodes of the anime that you can find on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch 2.
We enjoyed it, but I am worried that, they kind of cut it down a little bit.
It's super fast-paced, the anime. They condensed a lot of chapters to episode.
I definitely wanted to also read it. We'll probably revisit the anime one day, but I definitely wanted to give it a shot, at least in manga form. But if you didn't know, it's in Western style, so you read it like a comic book, like left to right. Which, Dark Horse, the publisher, they do that sometimes with some of the properties that they pick up, the manga properties. Yeah. So just be aware of that. If you're not a fan of that, then move on. But
and in the big deluxe ones, it's the same way. They still left it in the flipped format, not in the traditional Japanese format. So,
exactly.
But yeah, these are way prettier than the giant gray bricks, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so.
And shout out to Boogie Snacks, because I feel like he influenced my decision, because he has that really nice shelf of them in the background of most of his videos. So thanks, Boogie.
Nice. Okay, so a single volume pickup that I made this month. Soul Eater, Volume 4 in the Perfect Editions. These are releasing super slowly, so I'm just kind of picking them up as they come, but I believe this makes us caught up for the time being. I don't think Volume 5 doesn't actually even come out for like another month or 2. So we're now caught up with these releases, and I have been trying to actually read through them. I got through the first volume of it recently. It's a fun read. I watched the anime when I was younger. It's got that Halloween Town shonen aesthetic that just kind of works for the series. It's a little bit ecchi, so just be aware of that if you decide to jump into Soul Eater. There's a lot more ecchi than I remembered from the anime, so I don't know if the anime kind of dumbed it down, but it was a little bit more than I expected. But it is a fun shonen, doesn't take itself too seriously like Okubo's other work, Fire Force, which just kind of take itself a little seriously. Yeah. This one's a little bit more fun, a little bit more goofy, so I've had a little bit of fun read with this. But yeah, Volume 4, so we've now caught up on these releases.
For the next couple of mine, I'm gonna group some singles together. Another Takahashi. This is her newest serialization, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, it does kind of seem a little Inuyasha-esque. There's like time travel and, demon stuff, But, I love Takahashi, so I thought I'd at least give it a try. It's still sealed, so I haven't read it yet, but I'll get to it. I'll probably like it. I just like everything that she writes. I know some people are like, everybody looks the same. Everybody looks the same in all the series. I don't care. I don't. So yeah, there's that. And then I found Rainbow and Black actually at a movie trading company along with the Komis.
But it was
that
priced
I picked
down,
up.
right?
But it was priced down. It was actually
Used?
I think it was used and half off. So I threw that in with the buy two get one free because I was like, might as well get it for free, But yeah, it's one I had actually been eyeing for a long time. I see it in Barnes all the time. It has 2 volumes out. I don't know if that's the entirety of the series because I haven't seen a third one come out at all.
Yeah.
So it might be. But it seems really cute. She finds this little rainbow animal and they don't really know what it is. She's trying to pinpoint what kind of animal it is. But besides that, I don't know much about the series. But I'm excited to read it. It looks really cute.
Another hardcover pickup that we had to make this month is Fist of the North Star, Volume 2 in the hardcovers. These are beautiful editions, finally releasing the entire series into the English language. I believe there were 2 other previous attempts to put this in English, and I believe both of them were canceled early. So this will hopefully be, if we get through all 18 volumes of it, the final completed edition of the original Fist of the North Star manga, which inspired series like JoJo's and many other sort of that aesthetic in that, large buff men doing large buff things aesthetic. I've seen quite a bit of the anime of this anime adaptation from back in the day. Never read the original manga. Plan to read it now that I have 1 and 2. I'll probably wait till I get 3 also, and I'll just binge the 3 and kind of catch up. These are releasing super slowly, every 2 months or 3 months. Yeah. So you do kind of have to temper your expectations because we're not going to get to the end for 5 years if it stays at this pace. So that's unfortunate, but hopefully these come faster in the future. I don't know. Viz is probably not going to speed it up, so we're just going to have to deal with it. But they're beautiful. They're beautiful books, and you guys should buy them.
It's always frustrating when there is either an older series or a series that is out. Because we were talking about this earlier today with Platinum End, where the very last volume isn't going to come out till March 2022, which is, 6 months away. But you can read the last volume online on Shonen Jump, so it's just really frustrating when they can definitely release it faster. But whatever. We can complain all we want.
This is they're in charge, not me, though.
Yeah, they're in charge. Okay, so these are some half-price books pickups that I found. The first one is Frau Faust. And this is the same author as Ancient Magus Bride, if you're familiar with that. We didn't read the manga, but we watched the anime and loved it. It is so beautiful. One of my favorite anime, I think. So I'm really excited to read this and see, how it is. But I do really love her art style. So that's exciting. And then I also found kind of a beat up volume 1 of Descending Stories, but I didn't even realize how well rated this was.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Yeah, we went on My Anime List and it's in one of the top 50 or something manga. But yeah, I also got this half cover price and I am excited to start this one too. I don't know much about it, but looks good.
See on the back, the artwork looks really pretty. And as you can see, half off. This next series needs no introduction. Obviously, we picked up Berserk Volume 8 in the deluxe editions. Yes, Berserk Volume 8. There's the back there. And yeah, this is the beginning of the Millennium of the Falcon arc, I believe. And I have not read Volume 7, so I haven't actually finished the... what is it called? The Constitution arc? No, the Conviction arc. I haven't even finished the Conviction arc. Wife did finish up Volume 7. So I still need to read 7 and then also read 8 so I can start in the Millennium of the Falcon arc. I've decided I'm only going to read this series in these deluxe versions. I really am not interested in the singles, not interested in reading fan translations online. I just want to read them in the deluxes, so I'm going to take my time with it. I believe all deluxes should be out by mid-2023. So in the next year and a half, we should have every volume of Berserk should be re-released in these hardcovers up through the final is what I'm expecting. So I think it's going to be about 13 or 14 of these. So we're over halfway now from what I can tell. So, yep.
Seems like a long time from now. Okay, a couple more singles. Go for it. Nakamura, also something that I picked up in the buy two get one free movie trading company sale, and I think it's Boy Love.
Maybe.
I think it's Boy Love, and it looks like it's just this one volume. So
yeah, it has no number.
It looks cute. I think I will enjoy it. Also haven't read it yet. But yeah, there's that. And then I picked up volume 1 of Kami-sama Kiss, which is another shoujo series that is recently being reprinted. Also some kind of classic shoujo, so wanted to give that a try as well.
Not exactly my speed. I don't think I'm going to read Kami-sama Kiss, unfortunately.
Oh,
if I
no.
should, tell me down in the comments down below. Should Jerry read Kami-sama
should read
Kiss
it.
and see if I need to read it? I'm not sure.
Get Jerry, hashtag Jerry into shoujo.
I might read Orin High School,
Hashtag
for real.
Jerry into
I
shoujo.
might.
Well, you watched some Orin. back
Yeah,
in the day,
I'm actually a
right?
pretty big fan of Orin.
So.
I like the anime quite a bit. So, okay, so we picked up 2 more volumes of To Your Eternity, which is a very popular anime and manga right now because of the recent anime adaptation that just came out. It made us fans of the series for sure. So we've been picking up a couple volumes here and there. I mainly picked up 4 because it was out of stock for a while. Finally restocked, and then picked up 6 just this. I think it was 20% off, so I went ahead and grabbed volume 6 as well. So that brings us up, we have volumes 1 through 6 now. I plan to get 7 through 12 and complete the first part of To Your Eternity. I believe 13 onward is part 2 of the series. The anime is only adapted about half of the first part, so hopefully they finish the adaptation through to the end of the first part next year, and then maybe adapt part 2 in the future. I've heard some bad reviews about part 2 of the series. It worries me, but I definitely want to have part 1 on my shelf because I've loved the anime as much as I have.
Next one for me is volume 1 of Kakeki Shoujo. So this is where it starts after the curtain rises, which I've talked about in a previous video. And I just read this the other night, and yeah, definitely invested in this series. Really love the characters, and as a former theater kid myself, I'm definitely interested in that. Volume 2 should be coming out in the next couple weeks, I believe. I've seen some people already get it, and I'm like, where?
I think it's already starting to hit shelves. So.
Yeah, so I'll keep a lookout for Volume 2, but yeah, definitely a great shoujo series.
Next, I'm going to run through 2 of the newest releases of 2 Shonen Jump titles that we picked up. So we picked up Dr. Stone Volume 18, which is a series that the Waifu and I are both big fans of. We've seen both seasons of the anime. Waifu is caught up past this into the manga. I'm on Volume 12 of the manga, so a little bit ahead of where Season 2 ends off. We're both big fans of the series. Great current series. Obviously about science and math and weird stuff like that. Stone Age. If you haven't checked it out yet, you totally should if you're a fan of Shonen. And I actually really like these covers, and I really love the way the spines look. They kind of have that color, and the print kind of fades over into it. But I also picked up Undead Unluck Volume 3. If you want to hear my thoughts on Undead Unluck, we did do a recent video called Manga You Should Read, where I talked a little bit about Undead Unluck, because I had just read Volume 3 at the time, and I, now after reading 3 volumes, have decided I'm going to be continuing with the series. It sort of has this X-Men / Dragon Ball aesthetic to it. There's these missions, there's these guys that have powers. It's a very interesting, there's a council of people with powers. It's not a perfect shonen series by any means, but it's been a lot of fun for 3 volumes. So I definitely would encourage you, if you're into the sort of shonen battle aesthetic, the character designs are enough fun to check out more of this. So if you want to hear more of my thoughts on that, check out that other video that we did.
This should not be a surprise, but we have The Way of the House Husband, Volume 6.
Yay!
Look
at that beautiful
the
man.
cover. He's with his stay-at-home girlfriend, neighbor people. Yeah, they're really they're cool people. Yeah, I love this series. Just continuing that, we have the first 5 already, so picked up the 6th one.
Yay! Good comedy series if you want a comedy to start.
Yes, super funny.
Next, I'll just quickly show this one off. This is One Piece Volume 100. Yes, you heard it here.
Amazing.
Volume 100 of the series One Piece. This is the Japanese version of the series volume, but the cover looks so sweet. And I just felt a need to collect, as you can see through here on the thing, Volumes 99, 100, and 101 are going to create sort of one picture. And I have 99 already, so I'm grabbed 100. I'll grab 101 as well. This just feels like, as a One Piece fan, I need to have these in both the Japanese and English version eventually. And I decided to just go ahead and grab them because they're literally only $7.99 when you grab them at Kinokuniya. So they're super cheap, Japanese volumes are. I'm not sure why they're so much cheaper than English. Probably has to do with the way they're printed, things like that. But really awesome. Picked up volume 100 of One Piece.
Makes me wish I knew how to read Japanese so I could get cheaper manga. Anyway. Next we have Boys Run the Riot Volume 2. I talked about Volume 1 in my last video. And definitely really interesting. Don't know who that new character is, but we'll get there. Yeah, I was like, do I know who this person? No, I don't. So, yeah, we just picked this up in a recent Right Stuff haul. By the way, we combined a Right Stuff order with this haul video because it's just, it was a lot. This is a lot of manga. So
yeah.
We just combined it, and this was part of it, just because I want to continue the series.
Yeah. Usually we try to break down our manga hauls into some smaller, like, mail hauls, and then stuff that we, like, picked up in stores when we weren't hunting. And we even try to, if we film a hunt, we put the hauls at the end of that video. So that way these monthly hauls stay smaller. But this month, we kind of just threw in one of our mail hauls into this haul, so it's going to be a little bigger than usual just because of that. You know, we're not trying to be like everyone else, but everyone else loves to put out these 100+ volumes. So, you know, we just wanted to up our number count a little bit. People didn't know because we've been breaking it up into small videos, but, you know, one big video. Yeah, I think
we buy a lot of manga if it's not clear.
If you watch our last haul or any of our last couple videos, you know I've been trying to put together the last couple volumes of Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm currently missing 6 volumes after these 3 that I just picked up from Right Stuff. So it was volumes 11, 12, and 14 of Yu Yu Hakusho. And yeah, after these 3, I'm still missing the last 3 volumes, so 17, 18, 19, which, again, they just kind of seem to be really out of stock, as well as it's volume 7, 8, and 10 that are just not restocking at the moment. So if you see any of those volumes, hit me up. The one thing that unfortunately happened is that when Pixie got into our manga haul box, volume 11 took a little bit of a beating. You can see there she bit through to the pages. So that would be our cat again. Our cat got a hold of the manga haul box, and that means we've got some beautiful manga damage. It's fine though, it doesn't hurt the spine, you can still read it. It only got through like 1 or 2 of the pages in the book, but it is a bit of a bummer to have cat mouth holes on your manga. But we'll get over it and we'll move on. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, 11, 12, 13, slowly gonna finish this series, one of my favorite manga, well, one of my favorite anime of all time.
She's a problem child. Spoiler alert, these are for a special project that we have releasing on October 8th, so keep an eye out for that. I won't say anything, but shout out to the person we are working with. You'll know who you are when you see what these are. Yeah, so we have Rosie in the Labyrinth, Waiting for Spring, and A Sign of Affection, which I actually read the night that we picked it up. But yeah, excited to try some of these out. We don't know. We know this has like sign language and stuff in it.
Well, you read volume 1.
So yeah, we know that. This looks like kind of has like Oron vibes, where it's like a girl and a bunch of guys.
Yeah. And it's then, romance, high school, sports a little bit is what I believe. Yeah,
and then fantasy. Yeah. We got some fantasy going on here. So yeah, definitely excited to try some of these out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you've seen some of our other videos, you know I've also been trying to put together this set. I actually picked up quite a few, and it was mainly because I believe I got 4 of them on sale for 20 or 25% off cover price. It was 20% off cover price, and I got 4 of them, and then 2 of them I just paid for at full cover price, but not above cover price, which is nice. And this is more of the 20th Century Boys singles, so this is a very popular Nioki Urasawa series. So as you can see here, I grabbed 5, 6, 7, and then 10, 19, and 22 again because they were 20% off. So with 5, 6, and 7, that actually brings me up to having 1 through 7 of the series except for Volume 3. So I still have not been able to pick up Volume 3. I'm not sure why, I just haven't found it out and about. I know this is an older series, so I don't expect to exactly always find, you know, older series out and about, but I have somehow found all of these, like, on the hunt. Like, none of these have been bought offline or off eBay or anything like that. These have all just been for sale at regular MSRP at local stores that I found them. So it is weird. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Eventually, I'm probably going to have to hunt some volumes down online to get the full set, but my goal is to have all 20th and 21st Century Boys in the singles, not in the omnibus editions, and that's just a personal preference. You buy the series however you like, but I personally just really love the designs of the spines and the look of the spines for this series, so I've decided to go in the single direction. But like I said, I've got 1 through 7 except for volume 3 right now, and then obviously these 3 random ones, 10, 19, and 22. So I'll be picking up more of these most likely in the coming months.
All right, last bit for me. I picked up volume 3 of High Score Girl.
Yay.
Y'all know I picked up 1 and 2 from Right Stuff a couple months ago.
Right.
Really liked it. I read both of them as a gamer girl myself.
Check out Lissy Meow on YouTube and Twitch. No.
I mean, please, but you don't have to.
We'll put the links all around in the doobly-doo, in the doop-boop.
Whoop, 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 whoop. It is a connected channel on our page if you are actually, interested in seeing some gaming. But so that, and then Maison Ikoku 5.
This is a really Takahashi heavy haul.
It really is. I'm sorry. If you don't like Takahashi, I'm sorry. I just do. But this is the recently released collector's edition of the series, volume 5. I think it's gonna go up to 10 maybe,
something like
10
or
12,
11, something like that.
Something like that. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this because I've read everything else that's out and I'm like, I need more. So it was great to see it come out and grab this.
And my last pickup for the month is, yes, I think you maybe heard me mention this if you watched our ones to read video, because I picked up 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of The Witch and the Beast. And so this is a dark fantasy series. It's got a very much, I say it's got an old school feel. I read volume 1 and just absolutely fell in love with the characterizations and the way that the world looks in this. Again, it is fantasy, so characters that are witch-like and monster-like, but it's also sort of got this dark, brooding, just sensibility about it that kind of gives me that. I keep saying Trigun. It's not exactly like Trigun, guys. So don't crucify me. But there's guns, there's monsters, there's weapons. It's got sort of that vibe where in Trigun, you know how they hunt down the, I can't remember what they're called right now, but they're the sort of the baddies that help the big baddie, and the group of baddies. Kind of has that sensibility about it in volume 1 at least. I'm not sure what I assume it keeps going in that direction. It is a seinen series, so it is obviously aimed at older male audiences. So it's got some violence, it's got some action. I'm excited now to have. Hopefully by the next time you guys see me, I will have read up through volume 6. That's my goal, because this one really got me excited after volume 1. But yes, Witch of the Beast, 2 through 6. That wraps up all of our manga for the month of September 2021. Yes, sir. So as you saw, we picked up a ton of manga this month. We bought it from all over the place. Half Price Books, Kinokuniya, Barnes and Noble. We got some Right Stuff order in this baddie. We've got, what else? All sorts of places. Probably Books A Million. I can't even remember if we bought anything from Books A
Movie
Million.
Trading Company.
Definitely from local comic book shops.
Yes.
These are all the manga that we were able to dust off and add into our collection here this month. And as you can see, Waifu and I's tastes are always a little bit different. You can see which ones we pick up, which ones I pick up, which ones she picks up. But definitely tell us down below, what was your favorite series that we picked up this month? Have you read any of these series? Honestly, interact in any way about some of the cool stuff that we're going to be able to read, because for a lot of this, when we buy something, it's because we want to check it out. Someone's either told it, that's why we buy it. So if you enjoyed any of that, if you enjoyed seeing us open it, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe down below, because doing that helps our channel to continue to grow here on YouTube. You can also go follow us over on Instagram. We post manga all the time over there. We used to post some Pokemon card stuff. We might still do so. It just depends. We love Pokemon cards as well, but we really have loved collecting manga with all of you. So this has been another episode of My Waifu and Me. Thank you guys so much. Keep loving manga, keep collecting manga, keep reading manga. This has been My Waifu and Me, and we're saying peace!